Do you want to hear my impression of a bird? Tweet, dang it! Tweet! And we are back with another episode of Dread Canaries Against the Impossible Storm. I'm Dread Canary, the game is Against the Storm, and we are playing on Impossible. Now, as a reminder, we are playing this on early access. It's not fully released, it's currently only available on the Epic Store, but it's a fully playable game. It's very, very fun. Lots of city options, and it is going to go live on Steam starting in Q4 of 2022, so it could be as early as a month away, or as long as 3. I don't know the exact date. Aramite Games has not given us any specific deadline, and I am not affiliated with Aramite Games yet. Hit me up, Aramite. So where we are at is we are continuing our impossible run. Now, I know we've already got the Flooded Mines achievement. I don't think we've gotten any of the Utopias. Vanguard to the Stolen Keys won the last round, and frankly, I don't like losing. Plus, there's a bunch of mysteries out here. I don't know what they are, but it seems promising, so let's head off in this direction. We'll start by just blocking them directly in the Scarlet Orchard. And feeling especially creative today, I'm going to just call it something like Scaroach. There we go. That sounds great. You know, a nice combination of Scarlet and Orchard. I'm not generally on about the Harpies, but we all know how much I love beavers. Hashtag housing for beavers. So we are going to go with this middle caravan. 5 Harpies, 3 beavers, and 2 random people. It does not hurt that there are a total of 10 in this caravan compared to 9 or 8, and having more people is always a good thing to get started. Now, since we are going on the Scarlet Orchard and food is always a problem, I am nevertheless going to take scrolls. That's right, scrolls, because both beavers and harpies favor education, and this way I can be certain that we are able to provide it as soon as we find an education building. And that's just one more reason for me to love the forum. My extra point is going to be spent grabbing some meat for those harpies, and let's embark, shall we? Alright, so our forest mysteries are strange visions. They offer inspiration for open minds. Active only during the drizzle. Starting from the very beginning, villagers with this effect have a 20% chance to double the yield every production cycle, but they have to have housing. So housing for a 20% chance for double production for a third of the year. That's pretty great, especially if we find a way to double the length of the drizzle. There are some cornerstones that let you mess with time. This is our usual debuff, so we can ignore right over it. And here's our second reason to get housing. If we don't have housing, people have a chance to die, starting with Hostility 1, and we'll be at Hostility 1 from the beginning. If we get to Hostility 3, we're going to start seeing metal or ore recipes being half as effective. That's annoying, but not terrible. Hostility 4... Ooh, that's real rough. Starting at Hostility 4, if villagers die during the storm, they're going to instantly turn into living matter. Living matter has a debuff for morale, but also can be farmed for certain kinds of resources. Unfortunately, while farming it, you do lose food very quickly, thus lowering everyone's resolve at a time where it's already to the storm and they already have low resolve. So this can be vicious, especially paired with the Eerie Song, because the Eerie Song says if they don't have services, they can die. So it's housing or die, services or die, and if they die, they turn into living matter instead of just corpses, making it especially nasty. Now, we have our choice of spicy glades here, here, and here, and here. So we got all kinds of spicy glades. I won't have to open up this vanilla one. I probably will, just because this is a real thin line. We got 4 trees in the way. Real thin line, so we'll probably pop that open, but not immediately. We'll go ahead and paint out our initial developmental borders. Remember, I don't like opening up glades in the first year if I can avoid it. I really like getting our infrastructure up and running. And the great thing about the Scarlet Orchard, my favorite feature about the Scarlet Orchard, isn't the lovely updated ground art that they did a couple of patches ago. It's not the prevalence of copper ore in the trees. My favorite feature of the Scarlet Orchard is the fact that all of the trees are one by one. They cut out into squares very, very nicely. I can just run a razor along my borders. It is so very nice for orderly people like me. You know what? We will just tease that border. So we've got that painted, which means it's time to drop a woodcutter's hut. And drop a woodcutter's hut. I'm sorry, camp, for those of you who want the official name. We're going to press play. We're going to go to speed 3, and we're going to start building our other things. So we need a scavenger's camp, obviously, for the eggs and the roots. We need a harvester's camp for the reeds. And just because I always want to make sure I have it built, we're going to get a stonecutter's camp going for the nothing. We don't need the stonecutter's camp for anything yet. But we might at some point. We'll throw 3 beavers in here. And because I'm trying to be more open-minded to the harpies, we will leave them as our hearth masters. I still don't understand why having an extra 5 carrying capacity is as good as everyone on Reddit seems to think it is. But I guess people are making more trips than I realized. So everyone online claims it's overpowered. So I will go ahead and just follow the trend because crowd's never wrong, right? Yeah, someone's going to clip that and play it for their kids, and then the whole world's going to end. All right. Gain 10 pigment for every 6 copper bars produced. Well, given that we can get copper ore straight from the trees, this is actually better than on most other maps, especially since we've got beavers and harpies. So if the free scrolls aren't enough, pigment will let us make more. Plus, pigment is also used for the making of cosmetics. And harpies like cosmetics for cleanliness, which I don't think that's right. I think there's a better way to do that, but whatever. Trade routes reduced by 1. That's nice. Trade routes do get expensive, especially on maps where you have problems with food. Minus 15 hostility for every cache opened is tempting because we got some real nasty higher hostility penalties. And then, of course, leisure, having a 10% chance for double yields. We all know I love my double yields, and both humans and beavers like leisure. They like their leisure. So this is very good, if I can get it to work. And what is even that accent? I don't know. I'm going with the dye extractor, because I never get a chance to take it. So let's play with the dye extractor. Here's our first set of orders. Okay, make humans happy for 30 seconds, and we get more humans, or get 3 packs and get +1 to fabric production. I'm going to go with the 3 packs for the fabric production. Bonus, flat bonuses to production are huge economically. Plus, harpies need a lot of fabric for making their houses, and both beavers and humans wear clothes, which you make out of fabric. So having more fabric is great across the board. Okay, if we make humans happy, I can have more humans again. So we still have this option. We also have the option of getting an ancient tablet for some food, which is always nice on this map, or the ruins. Now, the problem with ruins is it's timed, and timed orders can be good, but I've fallen into their trap too many times on this channel, and I'm not going to do it this time. So since they offered it to me twice, I guess I'll make the humans happy. They're relatively easy to make happy. Alright, sell goods worth 20 to get 2 people, 10 amber, and 20 wine, which would make the beavers happy. That's pretty good. If I can get 5 tools, I can get 5 of each building material. I don't love this. I usually set up my cities in a way that building materials are pretty easy to get. But the booming economy giving me wine is a huge step. So let's go ahead and do that. And that means we can take a look at our buildings. Okay, brickyard and kiln both give us bricks, but the brickyard give it to us better. So that's pretty tempting. But I don't think I need crystallized dew on this map because we're going to be getting copper out of the very trees. So we'd rather hold out for a smelter. The kiln, letting us turn our wood into coal, is very nice. 1-star bricks isn't great, but with bricks, 2-star bricks is the highest you can possibly get, so it's not that bad. And jerky, I think jerky's good for both humans and harpies, so that's pretty nice. The leather worker is also tempting because of the 2-star fabric there, but I don't love using water skins, so we're not going to do that. And I'm not going to go with the grove on this map either, because once again, there is copper in the trees. I do not need crystallized dew. We're going to go with a kiln here. Second option. Okay, this is a little bit harder. I still don't want the grove. I don't love the idea of the small farm, but I don't love the idea of not being able to use a small farm if I find some fertile ground. The foragers camp is also pretty good for food. And then the artisan gives us coats, pigment, and barrels. But we took something that gives us free pigment, so pigment's not as big of a thing. Coats are good for 2 of our races, but I don't really want to get a building just for coats and barrels. So I'm going to get the small farm and hope that I get a chance to use it. Finally, here we go. We are going to go with the smelter, because again, there is copper in the trees. I don't know how many times I have to stress this. But let's go ahead and grab the smelter. But seriously, look at this. 10% chance of copper whenever you chop down a tree. 10% chance! Do you know how much copper that's going to be? I don't even have to set up a mine. Okay, so what can we be doing early? Well, I could be favoring the humans, but I don't really want to yet. We're at hostility 1, so we've got a chance of death. We're going to go ahead and put some harpies in here while we sort it out. So of course we are going to need this kiln. A kiln is a 2x2 building, which means it goes there. A smelter. That seems like a good spot for smelter. And next to the smelter, of course, we need a blight post. Can't do anything with a small farm. So that's these 2 buildings. Small farm is the only other one we can get. We've got this up. And of course we need a crude workstation to get us started. It's got a very foul mouth. Okay, so for this at least, we want to build this first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to tell it to make it out of clay. 1, 2, 3, 4. This needs to be here. That looks good. Yes, and of course I am going to need something to let me do those packs, so I should probably just get together a makeshift post as well. The woodcutter's camp has... Oh. I guess I did kind of put it far away from anything I could chop down. So I guess we will move it closer over here. Ooh! Can't have that. What are you doing sticking out? Chat says good luck against the storm, unless GL stands for something else. So thank you. I would say I would need that, but I think at this point we've shown that impossible really isn't. But I appreciate the settlement, and now settlement. I appreciate the sentiment, and now I want to, you know, think about what else GL could mean against the storm. Going live against the storm? Giving lickings against the storm? No, that doesn't sound right. I was trying to think of, like, you know, fighting terms, but that doesn't work at all. Let's go ahead and get this out of here. Now remember, by taking those woodcutters off of woodcutting, it lowers the hostility of the forest, which is important because my people have a chance of dying if they get caught out in the storm without housing. And I have not even attempted to make housing yet. It'll be an issue for year 2, for sure. For sure. But we're not dealing with it yet. Girls love against the storm. There we go. Great pickup line. You know, you go to a bar. Hey, ladies, I play against the storm. Yeah. How does that work for you? Where are you going? Ladies, come back. As much as it pains me to admit it, gaming is not a huge lady draw. Not usually. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh yes, so we've got a beaver either way and a harpy either way. It's just a question if I want an extra beaver or an extra human, and I only have one human, so let's get another one. Let's go ahead and drop some beavers in here, and let's replace one of these harpies with a beaver. Get out. Okay. Reputation gained from resolve is increased by 50%, but hostility increases by 45 points every year. Now this is great in later years. If you've got the infrastructure in place to start getting points from resolve, it's terrible early because that bonus hostility will just murder you. Gain 40 meat and 40 grain for each dangerous glade event solved. That's pretty much a winner right there. Just straight up a winner without me having to think about it. But let's look at what else we have. 50% chance to produce double yields when under the effects of biscuits. Now, I love double yields, but it does require it to be farmers, so I need farmland, which means I have to find farmland, and then I have to be able to make biscuits. So it's just too many factors for it to be useful right now. Though, if I did, it would solve our problems if I managed to get that set up. And then hidden from the queen. Impatience does not grow when villagers leave or die. Well, that requires me to let my villagers leave or die. And if you've been watching for a while, you know that I try not to do that. So we are going to go with lost supplies. It's just really freaking good. Okay. Well, now I'm not going to be able to get the storm down as far as I like this year. Food should hold out for this year at least. And we've got 4 loose workers. So I think that means it's time for some temporary housing just to get us started. Don't you think? Now with these basic shelters housing 3 people, we have 4. That's going to give us 12. And we have 2 plus 4 is 6 plus 7 is 13. So we actually need 5 shelters if I don't want to let anyone die. And I don't, because I'm not that kind of player. Take a look at our second set of orders. Happy Brewing. Get an artisan. Well, now I wish I'd taken that. Plus making pigment will give us pigment production, reeds, and tools. Tools are nice, but I think I'm going to go with the other one because making beavers happy sounds like the sort of thing I'd like to do anyway. Bonus woodcutting speed is very nice, and getting even more tools is wonderful. Plus biscuits. Biscuits are like the prime complex food. Okay, open up 6 glades to get 10. This is actually really nice, but so is sacrifice. And getting +1 coal production is massive, especially with how much coal can lower the hostility of the forest. It is 80 points, or almost a full level per coal sacrifice that you're doing. So if you can get 3, that's 240 points, and that's a significant drop in hostility. Plus, fuel burns longer, and making more fuel is faster. So with our kiln, this is just massive. It does mean we have to somehow get oil. Getting coal and getting wood won't be hard, but getting oil might be. We might have to trade for it. Speaking of, I never turned off coal, sea marrow, or oil burning. So we only have 17 coal left. We're going to have to be careful with that. I'm going to put some humans over here on gathering these 2 sources of food. This is empty, so that can be emptied out. Let's go ahead and tuck this out of the way over here. I will be definitely getting these into these glades very soon, and by soon I mean next year. But soon, right? That counts. Gonna toss some harpies in here, get them producing some building materials. With reeds, we should have, we got 80. That should be fine. With bricks, we've got 18 clay. That's enough for 6 bricks. That'll at least get us this. So I told them to stop at 4. Yeah. Bricks might be a bit of a problem. But not immediately. Okay, now this wood camp is gotten very far away from the wood it's cutting, so we are going to just move it a little bit closer, right up to the tree line. And on this side, we got the same issue. Let's go ahead and get right up against the trees, give it a nice little kiss on the face. Like, look at how far in there it is. Yeah, it's deep in that tree line. I do like that there are subtle gender differences. Like, these are male beavers. They're slightly stouter, and they got these big old beards. And this is a female beaver, right? A little more brightness to the clothing. This area is emphasized, right? She's a little thinner, little more narrow face, kind of painted. Harpies have a little bit less dysmorphia, I think. Maybe I just haven't looked deeply at the harpies. Can I get a good example? Yeah, I think that's a female with the... Yeah, that's gotta be a female with the narrow waist. And again, the emphasis here. Whereas, once again, the males are a little bit broader. Oh, it's the males are brighter with the red vest. Oh, that's cool. I wish there was a way for me to zoom in and, like, look at them dead on. But there's not. That's as close as you can get. Now, the queen's getting impatient because I have done jack shit. I've done nothing. Nothing. So let's maybe... no, I don't want to do building materials yet because our only production is a crude workstation. Okay, this is getting built. So I'm actually going to fire that harpy and kick this out and tell it not to make any bricks. Because this is getting made, and this makes bricks more efficiently. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, hey, we can make jerky at least. That's very nice. And I don't have anyone who will love working this building, but that is okay. We're going to do this. And the reason we're going to do this is we are going to try to get some of this wood turned into coal. Just as soon as possible. Now, of course, we are at Hostility 1, and that means the harpies are very sad. But I don't really want to be sacrificing yet. I know I've got a mission for it. My thinking is I'm going to have to sacrifice later anyway, so I might as well save it for now. And just play a little bit of Resolve Pawn. Resolve Pong is what I call it, where you switch back and forth between favoring different species to keep them both in the green for the 2 minutes or so of storm. If the storm gets longer than 2 minutes, it's not really viable, which makes it a not winning strategy in Prestige, especially once you get to the Prestige debuff that's like people leave in double time if they're unhappy. But on Impossible, it's still perfectly valid. There we go. And we are in, and I have to decide which spicy glade I want to open up first. We got 3 options, but I am feeling west. I'm just feeling west right now, so let's go ahead and... You know what? No, I'm not. I'm feeling southeast. Yeah, I'm really feeling the southeast, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to just knock these guys back here, and we're going to pop that open. Just as quick as can be. Meanwhile... Yep. More humans seems nice. Metal or ore production speed increased by 33%. That's really nice, given that there is copper in the trees. 10 amber for every 5 completed trade routes. It's 2 extra amber per trade route. I don't love that. Free provisions is nice for trade routes, though, and it happens retroactively, so I'd get 10 immediately. Or plus 2 to reed production. That could have been good at the start. I don't think it's as good now. I'm going to go with metallurgic proficiency. And we are going to bank on it. We're going to get ourselves another house. Just to get ourselves another house. We're going to throw another harpy in here. And you're fired. You're now a beaver. There we go. We are in. Okay, doesn't require anything, and it just makes everyone unhappy for several minutes. Well, we can definitely deal with that. Getting more tools, I think, is actually better in this case, because tools will help us open caches and deal with a wide variety of other situations. So that's what we're going to do. Plus food and leather is always good. I'm keeping an eye on the harpy sadness. I think that looks good. Let's go ahead and favor them, which will deeply sadden the beavers, but that is okay, because by the time the beavers get down, the harpies will have been positive for a while. Which should completely refresh their, their leaving bar. I don't know what else you would call that. Hey, we got stone. Oh, stone and sea marrow. That's really nice. And this does nothing. This does nothing. That's fine. I should probably turn this off, yeah? In fact, let's favor the beavers completely. I think that'll be enough. There we go. Take a look at our next set of orders. We have, okay, provide 14 villagers clothing, very easy when you've got 2 species, or 2 ancient tablets and 3 glades that I'm going to open up anyway for 12 tools. That's really nice. But I'm actually going to go with the new clothes here because I think it'll be easier to do. I just need to get a building for it. Open up 3 glades and get 2 ancient tablets in 20 minutes. This seems like a lot of time, but it's not as much as it seems. 2 ancient tablets and 3 whenever. Pretty nice. Or the very delivery gives us bonus ale production. It just means I have to set up ale production in exchange for making trade goods, which I hate doing, but let's do it anyway because why not? This is a weird game anyway. This is just a weird one. Pretty good for everything that's not bricks. Meanwhile, for bricks, we can't make them, so I guess we're making them out of stone now. That closer. Yep. So we got a nice big square area. And what we're going to do... Oh, you know what? I can favor humans. Because favoring humans will get us to 23 out of the 22 that we need. And that'll get us another mission down. Okay, training gear is good for harpies. Pigment is good for a bunch of people, but I'm getting it for free, and packs of provisions are wonderful. But you know what? I don't even have to look. As soon as I saw the supplier, I knew that's what we were getting. Harpies like working in it, for one. And for two, it lets us make planks. I mean, I'm not as excited about the flour, but the planks are going to be massive. So that's what we're doing. And we can stop making planks here. So the only thing we're making in this location is fabric. And what we're going to do is we're going to follow that up by... we are actually going to fire all of our woodcutters for the winter. And that severely lowers our hostility, sure, but also it gets us low enough that I think, yeah, one of those will let us keep the storm at hostility 0. I don't mind making flour, that seems pretty good. Flour and planks seems nice. And then it is time for some housing. That should cover human and beaver housing. in their preferred houses. And then I think pretty soon after that I'll be able to do harpies. I just need to clear out a little bit of space for it. Now, of course, next season we are going to be entering this spicy glade. And look at that, it's already the drizzle again. So here we go. Still more humans, but at this point we're getting closer to parity. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're still going to skip this because I don't have any good way of getting resolve. Increasing, being able to make parts is nice, but I don't think I need it. Wood cutting being way easier by 50%, that is a lot of wood, and I would normally go for it right here if it weren't for the fact that we got Baptism of Fire as an option. Baptism of Fire means you can't sacrifice during the storm, but burning Blightrot Cysts lowers hostility of the forest, and given how nasty 3, 4, and 5 are in combination with each other, I think we're gonna need that. Let's go ahead and fire these harpies. They don't need to be harpies. They can be humans, because harpies have a chance of double production on the blight post. We're going to change this to coal, just to be very efficient. We're also going to change that to clay. And then over here we need... Oh, we got plenty of resin, so let's do it with resin. Lowering hostility by 50. Crystallized do. We'll lower hostility by 50. That seems nice. But of course when we work that, it makes the storm go way up. Am I still burning a thing? I need to not be. We've sacrificed enough wood, yeah? Let's go ahead and make ourselves a nice trading post in the corner up here. Nicely out of the way of anything else I might need to develop. We can probably make 4 building materials out of fabric. And then I think eggs seems nice. And I think roots seem nice. Now, Sahilda does not have oil, which is kind of sad, but that's okay. We will find something else that we can get from her. Food production speed is nice. +1. Cloth production, very nice. I love some sturdy boots in Forager's Camp. So ideally, I would get 39 and buy all of this. But odds are pretty good that I can't. Like, even if I lower this down to 32 and use my pre-existing 7. No, I totally could. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay. Okay, you know what? What if I just went for 9 of it? Let me say, not the resin. I might need that. What wouldn't I need, though? Maybe I could sell you like 128 wood. Almost does it. That's nice. Okay. What if we use some eggs? Sure. Okay. And then we're just going to get the Forager's Camp to make sure I have it as an option if it comes up. That's a really nice clay pit over here. Or not clay. It's a very nice copper mine. We can get 4 in one mine. It's very, very good. Housing's going well. I think we can delete those. I am correct in that I can delete those. That's great. Hostility's back down. Excellent. Is that a... That's a furnace. Is that... Oh, that makes bricks better than what I got. And also copper bars and pie. Well, I've already got better copper bars. Right? Because this lets us make copper bars at 3. Pie is not bad, but only humans eat it, so I'm not too focused. I'm not too concerned. I'm not too concerned about the furnace. I think what I'm going to do is actually salvage it. I don't have the bricks. It's okay though, we can just turn this in. And kick you guys out. Packs of provisions will now be the strictly purview of herbs. We sold 11 out of 22 goods sold, so I should probably make some more packs of provisions. I'm surprised at how much farmland I found. I don't usually see this much farmland on the Scarlet Orchard, so I'm pretty jazzed about it, actually. Let's move this a little closer in. And why am I missing a beaver? There we go. Have at least 18 villagers, or have 2 cellars and a guild house. I love the guild house. Gaining 1 to wine production could be nice, and there's already a free cellar on the map, but I'd still need to get another cellar and a guild house, which I don't love, compared to, I think... Oh, I don't have anything related to leisure. But we can get a brewery. Get a brewery, so we're going to. Because we're doing that, we should go ahead and go with leisure. And it'll give us the cellar, that blueprint. That's fun. Okay, what else can I be doing? Well, for one thing, I could be making a brewery. Just straight up making a brewery, that seems like a good idea. We could be making fabric out of leather, seems nice. Making ourselves a couple more harpy houses. Because I got all these unhoused harpies I gotta worry about. And we'll throw a human house on this side. And I think that means that I've got to throw a beaver house over here. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to start worrying about our happiness. Resolve is low. We do need to sacrifice some coal. I'm going to tell them... Oh, right, I can't sacrifice anything right now because we need to make purging fire. We made 46! I forgot to put a cap. No wonder all my coal is gone. But the good news is that every cyst they burn lowers the hostility of the forest. So I think that burning all 3 of them... Oh, it's every 2. Okay. Well, that's alright then. Stop making... Oh, you're making jerky with wood, not coal. Alright. I think I have to... No, that's too much. I think that plus 1 of these... Okay, so we have only 1 harpy is living in non-harpy housing. That seems pretty good to me. We don't have enough bricks. Seems like the best way to keep parity. Further reduce the hostility of the forest. Gain an amber every time we produce 10 ale, or gain 10 packs of provisions for every 10 villagers, which would instantly net me 20 packs of provisions, which would let me do trade routes right away. I'm going to go with protected trade. Let's go ahead and trade routes here. Sure, we can sell that. Nope. 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 Sure. Turn all that down. make some nice roads around the side, and it is time, my friends, for some walled gardens. And of course we know how much I love my walled gardens here. Now sadly I continue to not have actual gates, so we are going to make do with our lack of gates. Like so. Trade route completed. Well, let's turn on auto collect and take a look at what else we can sell. Nope. Still no? No. That's fair enough. Woodcutter's Camp has no trees nearby. Well, if you don't have any trees nearby, there's nothing for it but for you to go unlock a spicy, spicy glade. Let's go ahead and just push right through these 3 trees. Seems nice. Oh, and another one of these. Alright, alright. We got enough resin again. We can get a global resolve bonus. Love that. Love that for us. Let's go ahead and investigate. Plus, I think I forgot to put another beaver. Yeah, I sure did. On the wood chopping. And look, more fertile ground. What is it with this map and fertile ground? It is very nice. Oh, it's fantastic. Alright, we're going to move this back here. Hey, Jorg, do you have oil? You do not. Of course you don't. Why would you have oil? Alright. Free incense, which is good for humans, for every 10 roots produced, which means I'd have to find roots, but that's not a terribly big concern. The bakery, I think, is kind of superfluous. The clay pit, on the other hand, would make sure that I had infinite amounts of clay and reeds for the making of bricks and cloth, if I can get enough spark dew, which is very tempting, but I don't think I need it. I think I'm going to go for this 17, this incense, if I can. So we need 11 amber. We're going to sell our packs of crops because we don't need those for anything now. I'm actually going to sell my copper ore. Oh, and that does it. Okay. Maybe buy some bricks directly? No. But no, maybe, because we got 170 grain. That's a lot of grain. I don't know that I need that much flour. Very nice. And that does our goods sold order. Gonna once again go with the user suggested plant scheme. The viewer suggested plant scheme. There we go, that's how I say that. Let's go ahead and do this and that, and then around the corner, and then all the way around the corner. Right, sacrifices are blocked because we're working this. I was like, why are sacrifices blocked? It's because I'm doing a thing. It makes perfect sense. Now, I've got a harvester's camp around here somewhere. I know I do. Where are you? Where did I hide? There you are. Is that a clothier? Oh, that's going to be real helpful. Okay, I think... Wow, I need to impose some limits on my people. Let's say 100 water skins, that sounds nice. Say 100 flour, that sounds nice. Let's say 500 coal, what the heck. woodcutter's camp has no wood nearby that I can cut. Well, let's just move it down here then. Stonecutter's camp has no deposits nearby. What? Did I move the wrong camp? I totally moved the wrong camp. You should be here. I could have sworn I had a harvester's camp. Did I delete it? Is it right in front of my face and I'm missing it? Well, nothing for it. I'm going to just make a new one. Well, you have more than enough people living in you. We should probably think about getting some happier people going. Question is where to put my next happiness building. There looks real nice, but I would have to cut through all those trees to get to it. Fortunately, I've got a woodcutter's camp that's not doing anything, so let's go ahead and try that. That works for me. Stay hydrated, folks. Especially if you try out a new hard cider that is a peach basil flavor. It was really good, dangerously good. It tasted kind of like somewhere between ginger ale and Fanta. And it was really solid. Have at least 20 harpies for 30 seconds. Are you joking? I have 12. That'd be so many years away. Why am I doing this accent? I don't know. Let's go ahead and... I don't like any of these. I don't like any of these at all. At least this one gives us a temple, which gives us education, which both beavers and harpies like. Plus, religion, if we can get access to... Okay, fine. I don't know if we can even do it. We'll have to change what we're getting provisions from. We're going to have to get it from eggs. We're going to have to put everybody on it, and by everybody I mean 2 whole sets of people. It's how many? We need 30? Okay, so we need to produce 24 in 6 minutes. Producing them takes 31 seconds and produces 3. So in 1 minute, with 2 people working, we can produce 12. Okay, that means that we can totally do this. Because we only need 24. I don't even need the second building, I just need to let them do it. Let's go ahead and lower the hostility of the forest a little bit, shall we? This is going to get us our coal sacrifice through the storm, and then we just need to figure out how to get oil. Lower this. Let's go ahead and put a dude back in here. Mysterious Amber Orm with Magical Flame. Gain plus 50 of the Ancient Heart's resistance for every impatience point you have. No, thank you. All camp production is increased by 50%, but all buildings using fertile soil decreased by 50. No. Let's go ahead and go with the letters to the Citadel. That looks nice. Oh, it's right here. It's literally right here. Guys, I found my missing harvester's camp. It was literally directly next to the thing that I needed to harvest. Well, I guess I was man-looking. Oh, that's what my ex-wife called it when you just, you know, it wasn't moving so you couldn't see it. Wall corner around the corner here. I will go ahead and rebuild this cellar. We have 10 tools. There are 10 tools. You know, with how many... Oh, I don't have that many copper bars. I really don't have wood, my word. Let's put this on the sea marrow standard. We have access to biscuits. So this is pie and well, this is skewer and pigment, and this is pie and pottery. Pie and pottery. I don't need wine. I don't think I need crystallized dew, and cosmetics is nice for harpies, but I don't have any buildings that get me that. I'm thinking the bakery, so I can get pie and pottery. Excuse me. And that will let us finally complete our first hub. Now the question is, where do I want to put it? I mean, I would love to put it on this side, but I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna put this over here. And we are going to build our temple on that site. That works for me. Do I have anything that I can forage? No. Okay. But I can build a bakery, so let's do that too. Looks good to me. Just run a road straight back to the corner there, and as always, I will put one of each, and this will make sacrifices burn for longer, which is very nice. When are you showing up? Oh, you're showing up immediately. Hello, so through the ancients. Oh, how interesting. You have incense, of which I have none, and you have scrolls, of which I have 135. Well, let's go ahead and get some incense. Oh, we can lower the hostility by 50 points. That seems really nice. Okay. So we'll start by doing that. Then we're going to sell this, and we have 102 coal, which seems like a lot. We also have a lot of sea marrow. I'm going to sell 35 sea marrow. And however much coal I have to get the incense. And then if I favor beavers, having education now covered should raise that significantly. That gives us more tools. checking this to see if any of these have oil in them. They do not. But you do have a bunch of fabric and parts and flour. Let's go ahead and grab this. Meanwhile, we will go ahead and check out our trade routes. Yeah, I'm willing to sell that. Sure, I'm willing to sell that. That looks good. And if I favor humans, they and harpies are both able to provide us with some stuff. And there's the forum. Well, that's actually lovely, because, well, I don't need education now, so leisure and bloodthirst actually makes more sense. We're going to go with the tavern. And then I think the smithy. The smithy. No, I'll get the herbalist camp. I'm fairly certain I saw some herbalists sitting around over here, right? Where? Yep, there they are. There's the herbs. Knew we'd have some. Okay, we opened up another treacherous glade. Now this one, once again, we have a rain spirit totem. But this time I don't have enough resin. We're going to have to say it with planks. Box of crystallized dew, 25 sea marrow versus lowering hostility by 50 points. I think we all know what I'm doing. Oh, that would be bad. I've got 10 minutes before this affects me. Yeah, we're not doing that right now. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. We are not doing it. We need to sacrifice some coal. Just one should be enough. Okay. Where do I have harpies that I don't need to have harpies? The kiln. And the harvester's camp. So let's swap you out for some humans.
Yeah.
3 oil for every 12 produced. That seems great. But so does the solved glade events. Now the thing is, this gives us oil, which gives us the quest. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll do a small press there. That seems fine. We are going to go here. We are going to solve this. We're going to say it with planks. Go. Say it with planks. This needs to be a couple of harpies. That's pretty good. We are not sacrificing anything. That's solid. Woodcutter's camp has no trees nearby. Well, that doesn't seem right. Where are you, Mr. Unemployed Woodcutter's camp? Let's slide you up this way. Get you some trees. In fact, I think, Mr. Woodcutter's camp, that you need another friend. So we are going to make you a nice, beautiful Woodcutter's camp to hang out with. Over there. Now, I've noticed that some of my people don't have houses, and I'm not a fan of not having houses. So we are going to make some temporary shelters, and we're not going to do that kind. We are going to do this kind, because they are more efficient. Just to make sure that I have overflow housing for my people, and I'm not leaving anyone out in the cold to die. Sother the ancient has arrived. Hello, Sother. Do you have oil this time? You do not. But you will sell me things I don't need. I guess I could buy, like, barrels. I don't have anything I can sell. Yeah. I don't have anything I can really sell. So let's check our trade routes. Sure. Sure. Well, that's done. How you guys doing over here? There we go. I was waiting for him to drop off the 10 wood load to the hub so that I wouldn't reset his progress. That seems solid. We could have so much cloth. And we can have so many bricks. So let's go ahead and do that. You got a copper bars? You will love biscuits. It's the American way. I may have seen the Muppets Christmas Carol a few too many times. Maybe. Just a skosh. Okay. So first off, we are going to bring all of our woodcutters camps over this way. Because this is going to be our new center of development. Secondly, our people are fairly unhappy, and while I can't sacrifice anything right now, it shouldn't matter because there it goes. We burnt enough blight rot cyst that is lowering the hostility of the forest. And now we can. So let's go ahead and burn some coal. We're going to check our trade routes once again. Skewers, nope. Nope, nope. Nope, nope. Nah, we're not giving them money. This should be a pair of humans, because humans get bonus farming, so where do we have humans that don't need to be humans? Well, this crude workstation doesn't have to be humans. It can be run by harpies. Ooh, yes, let's get the bonus for the small farm. And we have too many beavers, so let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to turn off the sacrificing. And let's run some people out here to rebuild this clothier. Because I have enough people and we have enough cloth that I think we can actually do that. Now, Woodcutter's Camp has nothing nearby. Well, you know, we can totally do something about that. We're just going to move you in there, and we're going to give you orders to just clean up this whole area. Not that whole area. Though, that whole area wouldn't go amiss. course, gotta clean up my edges. Clean up my edges. Give us a nice, clean shave straight across the bowels. Wait, no, that's not how that goes. Nice, clean shave. Yes, beautiful. There we go. That should work. Oh, hey, chat says too many beavers with a, I think that's a suspicious look. It's not that I have too many beavers, it's that I try to keep my species in parity when I have them, you know. I don't like feeling like I'm favoring one race over the others, even though beavers are clearly superior. I just don't like feeling like I have a favorite, you know. I love all of my beavers equally. So, that's how it goes. That's just, you know, how it goes, you know. Can't play favorites. It's important to not play favorites in a fictional world with rendered characters that wouldn't know. We'll put some harpies in here because they like working with cloth. We'll tell them to make the shit out of clothing. They're just going to make so many clothing. So much clothing. All the time. Much clothes. How are we doing on that? Well, we are out of scrolls. Of course we are. So we are going to tell them, hey, how about you make some scrolls while you're here. And let's go back to our recipes page. Coats. I want a cap on 50 coats. 100 pottery. 50. That's not 50. That's 2. 50 scrolls. 50 pie. 50 wine. There we go. Nice. Now, where did I want to put that second hub? Literally right here, where it fits perfectly. How often does that happen? Alright. And since we're doing that, we might as well put ourselves a nice farm here. Oh, that's a 3, isn't it? Okay. No, that still works. There we go. Yeah, let's put those roads back. I mean, they're not real roads, but they're... You get the idea. We are going to put a farm there. Like so. We are going to put a mine. I mean, I know there's a better spot for a mine over here, because I can get, you know, 4. But 3 copper is nothing to sneeze at. It's great. We can do 3. We don't need all 4. So we're going to put 3 mine right here. We're going to put ourselves another farm here. Here. We are going to move this here. We are going to then farmland up all of this. Put some roads. Make a nice block around the farmland. Like so. And this should be storage, I think. Old Farliff, hi, do you have oil? You don't have oil, you saucy boy. Well, that's okay. I will totally buy simple tools, if you don't mind. Plus nothing, like just simple tools. Ooh, beaver happiness, that seems nice. So what if we can get 5? Do you want to buy some planks, dear? I've got them coming out my ass. Okay. There we go. This is a family-friendly show. It's not flagged that way. I don't know why I said that. That's too many. I don't want to go that high. I don't want to sell pigments. I'd sell 36. That seems fine. 100 of this. Oh, that's looking real close. What if I just sold you some wood to make up for the difference? You want way more wood than I wanted to give you. Should be okay, though. We'll get 3 more beaver happiness. Plus, of course, that works with the protected trade to further lower the hostility. many tools do we have? We have 31 tools. Let's go ahead and... You know what? I like the idea of plank production. That seems very nice. And let's go ahead and do bonus barrel and bricks. Stonecutters camp has nothing nearby. Well, I know that's wrong because there's stone right here. Scavengers camp has no deposits? Well, I think... Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is a pile of roots right here in the corner. Harpy's resolve is low. Well, we can easily fix that, can't we? Oh, hey, look, clothing is ticking down finally. That's very nice. We're out of things to chop. And I never put anyone here. We're going to use the beaver to just use less fuel. And you know what? I think it's time we fired some woodcutters. Why would you fire woodcutters? Well, I've got a mine now that I can staff up. So that should be alright. Advanced brewing seems nice. Burnt to a crisp seems real good. Resources you sacrifice in the ancient hearth burn 3% longer for every impatience point you have now. 60% to amount of goods produced in brewery is just real nice. We are going to put a pair of humans here working this small farm. We will throw 4 beavers into the mine. We are going to definitely have to improve this a bit. Some corners. I think like that, and I'm gonna put a little gatey thing here, which will make these walls. Like that. Okay, so, yep, that works. Harvester's camp has no deposits nearby. Well, that seems annoying. Let's go ahead and move these guys out of the way, and we're going to remember where we put them this time, right? Herbalist camp has nothing it can collect. Well, then let's just fire the harpies that are working it. Seems fair. I think I've got a forager's camp around here somewhere. I don't see one, so let's go ahead and drop this here. I'm gonna grab a trapper's camp, no, just in case. That should work. And Well, this woodcutter's camp has nothing to cut, so we're gonna move it over here and start working on all of that. And I need some housing, so let's... Really? Okay. We'll do that. And you know what? We're just gonna be highly efficient with our housing, just doing 16 people's worth of housing all in one go, which might be a bit much, but you know what? Whatever. And then because I can, city building, we're gonna throw up a tavern right there behind that storage building. And then I'm going to need some human houses, I think. Maybe around the back here. Yeah, that looks nice. Now, I haven't been using my flour for anything, largely because I can't. I don't, like, have anything I can make into pie or biscuits, which is a shame, because if I tell it to make more flour, then we can totally... How much ale do I have? Quite a lot. Nice. Let's go ahead and do that, too. That'll increase happiness quite a decent amount. I should probably run a road. Now, you know what? I shouldn't run a road. I should just build a storage building right here. And I don't mean right there. That's not actually what I mean. I should just build a storage building right here. Manage clothing. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn in clothing. How is our cloth production going? We have plenty of planks, or reeds, whatever. We've got plenty of the stuff. The stuff we have a lot of. It's great. You need some plants, my friend, so let's make some. I'm thinking we're going to do a pair of lizard posts in the corner here. And then we're going to do, like, I don't know, a little flower bed. Except we're going to not put that right there. We're going to take this path, we're going to run it around the side like so. We're going to take this path, we're going to run it around there. Do some nice decorative funguses in what we'll call the fungus wing. I think that's going to give us all of the decorations we need to get you pretty far up the list. Especially once I add in some walls. There we go. That seems nice. And now down here, for Sother, we still don't have ale. But now we can use incense. And, well, you have ale. You don't have oil. Oil. We can use incense. We can use scrolls. We can use ale. And we can use clothing. We can even use training gear. We have a ton of copper. So let's see if I sell you all of my copper. materials. I don't know, like 43 packs of... Oh, yeah, that works. Okay. Very nice. Huh. Alright. Tier 3? Nice. So now I have 2 Tier 3 hubs. Leisure's done. That's great. And that tells me that it is time to take a picture of our garden. Let's wait for that wall to go up. There we go. And now I will just grab my snippy tool. Thank you for your patience while I take a picture of a garden to use as a thumbnail. Save that. And then we go back in and look at that. Everyone is so happy. Okay, they're not so happy now that it's the storm, but you know, that's how it goes. They're actually still pretty happy. Is anyone even living in these? We got a couple people. Not many. There would be perfect, but I don't think I need to. Woodcutter's Camp has no trees nearby. Find that hard to believe. Just no trees that I'm telling you you're allowed to cut. Stonecutter's Camp has nothing nearby that it can collect either. That's fine. We're gonna move you over here and start collecting all of this stone. Just like that, the storm is over. Oh, wow. Wow. Beavers hit 50, which is the cap. Like, that's the max you can do. Sure, let's lower the hostility caused by that. And you know what? While we're here, let's go ahead and get some more people. And we're not going to favor anybody. But what we are going to do is we're just going to burn everything. And there we go. Okay, we got a score of 16-14, pretty consistently in the 1600s. We got a win. We got 14 reputation. We have 11 impatience left because it took us a little while to get our feet under us. We got 7 out of 9 orders with 6 regular events, 4 dangerous events. Nobody died, nobody left, and that is 1/8 of our score. Just being a kind ruler. Nobody left. We finished before year 12, and we ended with at least 40 villagers. We were on the verge of 60, but we didn't quite make it before the game ended. Let's go back to the world map and spend our loot. Get those upgrades. We are approaching the top of the tech tree. Oh, dang it. I really want this. I really want this. This gives us gates. But I don't have any way of reaching it. With the most recent update, even if I play on normal, I cannot finish a map in like 4 years. It's too much. So we'll just be content to go this direction. In the meantime, let's get some upgrades. All the way up at the top with 2 left to go, we are getting the Obsidian Archive level 15, which lowers the Queen's Impatience rate by 2% and lets us start maps with a Trapper's Camp. Highly useful on, say, the marshlands. So for those of you watching online on YouTube, we'll Thank you for the time you spent with me watching this video. I know they get kind of long. Keep in mind, you can catch these live Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern or Friday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern every week. You can come in, you can chat, ask questions, give suggestions, tell me what I'm doing wrong, tell me what I'm doing right. Theory craft. If you want to hit that like button if you liked it, I'd appreciate it. I'd really like to get those metrics up for the YouTube. Get that algorithm going. Hour and a half videos are already having a bit of an issue. If you're watching me on Twitch and you want to see any of the old episodes, they are all on youtube.com/dreadcanary. You can see everything right out after the tutorial all the way up till now. Oh, hey, thanks. I see someone in chat has been watching the YouTube for a while. Wonderful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so you can see all the old ones, including the ones where I had sound issues and was fixed thanks to chat. So, again, chat, suggestions, I love them. Regardless, I appreciate all the time you spend with me. I know that these are long, and, you know, holding your attention for that long is a real honor. And I hope to see you in the next one. In the meantime, have yourselves a great day.